special friends, symptoms manifested in people and the ascension of humanity and planet. Many people experience strong symptoms like dizziness, feeling weakness, excessive fatigue. Know that all this is the cosmic beings preparing us so we can receive our body of light and power then rise. Don't worry about the feeling of sleep, weight in the body, and indisposition for the smallest everyday things. Many also feel the body trepidate, tingle, other times strangeness, as if you weren't you, as if there was a stranger to being in this body. Know that there is a change in the energy of those who have opened it up to be worked by the cosmic beings. Many have long been following the messages from the archangels, stars of Mary, the Melchizedekis, Seraphi, Mitraton, Orinius, the Zeus, Christ, Miguel, Maria, and many other beings that have passed to leave messages. The planet's energies on the one hand are very dense because of everything that happens with humanity, conflicts between peoples, protests, and violence around the world. This is reflected in everyone because the term "we are one" is not by chance. We really are today more than ever unified in tone and vibration. The more sensitive we become, the more vulnerable we become to contact with the world. I, for example, feel very strongly the sensitivity of being in the middle of people like crowds at events until I am in the supermarket, at the fair, in malls, being downtown in stores. This contact sometimes causes feelings of bad feeling, chest pressure, dizziness, and I have even had a feeling that I was going to fall so far as I needed to hold myself. This is a sign that there has been an acceleration in the process of preparing for the rise of the planet and the collective of humanity. Many are already rising and living more than one dimension at once. It brings the feeling of absence and strangeness of being in certain places, as if you no longer belong to this planet, and even as if this body you use had nothing to do with you. This is perfectly normal, and we need to administer these sensations to suit what Jesus said. The last will be the first. The creation source needs all of us here until the end. We are the works of light, suns coming from the stars. Our contract before coming here was to help at this time of planetary transition. We are the law manifested here. We are the light generated by this law. We are the pillars sustaining energy on the planet. Therefore, my beloved, I ask you to be vigilant with your vibrations. More than ever, don't be affected by political, economic, and nor by the violence that has triggered in the world. You can't break a dimension without the breakdown of this territory. In this dimension, nothing of Earth will be left but humanity that continues. Yes, it continues for those who have a compatible vibration to rise in the fifth dimension. For those who haven't achieved the vibration stabilization and are unable to dock a body of rise, you will receive a third unified dimension body and go to planet school called Herculopus, known as the second sun. His name is not Nibiru, because this name is from the ship that was sent far from this galaxy in August 15, 2009 by Miguel and the celestial militia, accompanied by multiple dimensional beings. There is also the force of nature brought by the action of the elements we call four horsemen of the apocalypse: fire, earth, water, and air. They were all activated, then generating earthquakes, glides, avalanches, water, floods, tsunamis, snow, air, tornadoes, cyclones, typhoons, fires, burns, rays, meteors, volcanoes. Everything had already been predicted since the time the apocalypse was written by the Apostle John. What we call death is the possibility of rebirth. Jesus rose, but for that he had to die. This will be done with many here. Only a few will be taken with this body. The most important thing in this moment is never to surrender to fear, doubt, and anxiety, because it taints your vibration. With the vibration altered, you won't be able to rise, because your body is densified and cannot generate light. There is also the fact that our carbon cells are bombarded to turn into crystal silica. With this, our DNA ceases to activate itself for 12 chains and allow the subtilization of our being, so that we can live in the fifth dimension, because then a being with a carbon body does not survive. But many are now in the body of crystal silica and are now receiving their body of existence that has been stored in the sun. It is no use taking medicine, because what I reported is not a physical thing, but triggered by the action of the cosmic geneticist beings who alter our body to suit this new condition, because the moment so requires. But let's follow up and let the chance of everything in us do, and we can suit ourselves to live in fifth dimension and rise. Let joy enter your being. Vibrate love from your hearts without directing. This way, it will be generating light and your whole environment will light up only with your presence. Live inside the mental and live by the heart. Step into silence and establish the divine connection. Be in peace. I love you guys.